Hello, my little draconic wolfkins. I hope that you're all doing well. If you guys like what you see and hear, please like, subscribe, and turn on that bell to get notified. And if you want to send me your own horror stories, my email will be in the description. And if you don't want to send me an email, I do have a Reddit thread going, and that will also be in the description below. Alright, let's get into it. From what I can remember, these hauntings started about a month ago when I went to my garage. Okay, keep in mind there was no wind outside, but when I opened the garage door, I pushed it towards the wall so hard that it would bounce back, but with no light, it wouldn't make it to the wall. What? Okay, I guess. It was an average push. I stepped into the garage and immediately got this feeling of unexplainable dread. I opened the fridge anyway when I turned to the garage door and it started swinging. Wait, fridge? Like, you have a food fridge freezer thing in your garage? Okay, that's what I'm getting at, honestly. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I grabbed whatever I needed and bolted out of there as fast as I could because I suddenly got the feeling the door would slam. Yeah? Yeah, that's creepy as hell. That's how it all started. It only escalated from there. For about a week or two after that, nothing much happened from what I can remember. Just a small few hauntings here and there where I would feel something behind me and stuff like that. Okay, this is all kinds of fucking weird. Then one time my dad had taken my dogs out on a walk and left me at the house by myself. Okay. Still kind of weird and creepy, but whatever. No one else was home except for me, and all the doors were locked. I am chilling on my phone when I hear the unmistakable sound of my dog's lead being taken off and him shaking. I call out to my dad, assuming he was home from the walk, but I got no answer. I hear shuffling in the kitchen, so I assumed he didn't hear me since he is quite hard on the hearing, especially when doing other things. Yeah, that makes sense with people who are hard of hearing. They either can't hear you because you're talking too quietly, or it's because they're distracted and didn't hear you the first time. I decided to go into the kitchen only to see that no one was there. I freak out, and when my dogs get home, and when my dad gets home, about 5 minutes later, I tell him, only for him to brush me off. I think that's every parent, honestly, because they're gonna brush their children's worries off, because that's just how they are, until shit really hits the fan, honestly. Then one time my grandma was coming over since she has Alzheimer's and my granddad needed a break. Oh, I heard Alzheimer's kind of fucking suck ass. I knew she was coming because my mom had told me. Okay, So this is happening in Europe because I know Europeans spell mom with a U instead of an O. So, and she left to go and pick up my sister. I think Australians also do it. Anyways, when she got back, I heard my nan say goodbye to my mom, and I was confused where she was going because Grandma and my sister were already here. I go downstairs to say hi to my grandma, only to find no one was there, and then my mom came home with her 30 minutes later. What the fuck is going on with your house, man? Another haunting that happened was when I woke up and when I was getting changed, I saw a handprint on my upper thigh. A hand, like, as a bruise, or you just saw, like, a handprint kind of gripping your thigh? Because that's completely fucking different, honestly. That was odd since my hand hadn't been there last night, so I go to see how big the hand is, and the hand is smaller than mine by a decent amount. So, I'm thinking a small child? I don't know, there's really no details about this. Now we get to the most active night I have ever had, the sleepover. Me and my friend were having a sleepover and we enjoy reading. We have a field outside of our house where we decided we were going to go out and read for a bit. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, honestly, especially with your best friend. I also need to get reading more because I got several books I need to read. 2 hours and a bit later, we came back and my sister's outside on the hammock. She looks at me confused, so I say, "Why do you look so confused?" And she says, "How long were you guys gone for?" I'm a little bit confused to now, but I reply and say, 2 hours? We left just after dinner. And she goes, "That's creepy. I literally heard you guys laughing and shuffling in the room." What the fuck? Okay, so now the other family members are experiencing this bullshit, I guess. I freeze. Me and my friend are literally so scared. Now it is about 11 o'clock at night. Ooh, okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's like a Friday night going into Saturday on a school night, or if it's over the summer or some shit. We were getting hungry, so we went to my popcorn machine, got some kernels, and started to make popcorn. Y'all have a popcorn machine? Oh, that is fire, man. I wish I had a popcorn machine. Because I love me some popcorn, I am not gonna lie. As I am walking back to the counter after putting the kernels back into the cupboard, I see a face peeking out from behind the wall by the door and it quickly hides itself from me. Okay. I mean, that is kind of weird and creepy, but I guess you could also play it off as your imagination. I don't know, man. It must have been there for a good 3 seconds. It was a little child, couldn't have been over 10. He was Hispanic, had weirdly void eyes. Like the black-eyed children? I know I did an episode on that on my channel a while back. I need to find more people to send me that, or more about the Black Eyed Children and all of that, you know? I tell my friend and she freaks out, so we ran upstairs. We go into my parents' bedroom because it is the closest one from the stairs. It is right next to the top step on the left, and my bedroom is all the way at the end of the hall. We are in my parents' bedroom for a bit, but then we decided we wanted to play cards, but the cards were on my bedroom on the other end of the hall. Oh God. That is weird. Sorry about that, but as I was saying, that is weird as shit. We decided to run down it. About halfway down the hallway, I started to feel dread and like I was being followed. So I turned around and I say I thought something was there. We run into my room, grab the cards, and run back. About 2 minutes later, my sister bursts in. Sorry, guys. She says, guys, I want to tell you something, but I don't want to scare you. Oh God, what is she gonna say? Like, what the fuck? Like, I want to know, but I don't want to know. I gulp and press her for the follow-up, and she says this. Well, when I was out on the hammock, I could see you guys come out of the room through the window because I could see the light filling in the hallway. About 2 seconds after you guys came out, I see a third figure start to follow you, but the dash down, but then it dashed down the stairs. What? What? There are so many typos. But granted, this guy, OP, may not be from, or might not speak English all that well because English may not be their first language. So, or if it is their first language, they probably were in a rush to get this story out and didn't realize there were so many grammar mistakes. Anyways, this is just what I'm getting at because there are a few grammar mistakes. Grammatical? I don't know. I freeze. Me and my friend look at each other and tell her what happened when we ran across the hallway. We piece it together. We were being followed. She said it was a black shadowy figure about 5'5". If I didn't turn around on the hallway, God knows what would have happened. I still get an eerie feeling around the house like I'm being watched. I am scared and I will repeat again, everything I have said here is true. I am not kidding. This is not a joke. I'm genuinely concerned. What should I do? Ooh, there's updates. Okay, it looks like there's 2. Update 1. My sister told me about another haunting that happened last night. She listens to a CD audiobook in her CD player every night to help her go to sleep. Ooh, okay. There's nothing wrong with that, honestly. It's basically background noise to help her sleep, as she finds it hard to do that. Okay, so an insomniac in a way? Anyway, it is important to note that there are no scratches on the discs and it has never glitched in the past. As she was going to sleep, it started to glitch and repeat the same words over and over again. It would say stuff like hell, 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 listen, 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 help, 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 out now, out now, out now. Oh my god, what the fuck? That is not weird. It would only glitch on stuff like that just to check she took the disc out and put it back in, and it didn't glitch at all. That is so weird. Like, I don't know what to do about that. Keep in mind, it was 1:30 a.m. Super creepy. Also, I heard voices coming from her room earlier, but no one was in there, so I'm a bit freaked out. I don't blame you, honestly. Like, this is all kinds of freaky and weird. Any help is appreciated. Update 2. I think I am being haunted by a child or a demon pretending to be one. I mean, yeah, being haunted by a ghost child or a ghost demon acting like a ghost child would make sense. Because, to my understanding, demons do latch themselves on those who are going through a bad time or aren't right mentally, you know? Any help is appreciated. Yeah, no joke. Any help would be appreciated. Like, what the fuck? I'll start off a few minutes ago. I was walking into the hallway when I saw an 8-foot shadow figure behind the wall. Oh, hell nah, hell nah. I would just turn around and run. I turned around and turned back, but it was gone. It really freaked me out. Yeah, it would freak me out too, but I would have just turned around and walked away. Like, I didn't even see that. Nope. Nuh-uh. Nope. Then me and my friend ghost hunted yesterday, not for the aim of aggravation, but just to find out what the hell is going on. Yeah, I don't blame you, honestly, because I would want to know what's going on too. We asked for a name, and it said Benjamin. Then it started saying stuff like hit, shoot, and confidence. What? Okay, that's weird. Then it said kitchen, which, if you remember, is where I saw the small child a couple of weeks ago. I do remember that, honestly. Then it popped off. It said teacher later, lady, shoot, throat, hospital, audience, street, fight, etc. Then it calmed down and it sounded like someone or something else started to come through. What the fuck? What happened to that poor child? And and like, who the fuck is this the next person? Oh, wait, I read a little bit of it. It says, excuse it, said Sandra, then wife. We figured it was the child's father and Sandra was his mom. And it was saying how she was a nurse, and it also said hospital. So she was at the hospital? I guess? I don't know. Then it took a small turn, as it said, cold and hell. We decided to stop then. I went to my room this morning and my LEDs were off. But when I went back in later, they were on, and they were red. I feel like we shouldn't have ghost hunted, but I'm also glad we did, because now I think everything is coming together. Yeah, I don't think he should have done that. I mean, especially if it was with a Ouija board. I mean, I don't know what you used, but that's what I'm guessing you used, unless you used a ghost app of some kind on your phone. Ooh, okay, this is the last update. So this is update 3. I am freaking out right now. I think I just saw a skinwalker. I just, so I was just in my kitchen eating a snack and watching a video, and I looked over to my kitchen door, which is glass. I see a white figure that is hunched over and tall, and it backs away quickly. I sat there with my mouth agape for a good 10 seconds, trying to process what I just saw. Did I just see a skinwalker? Dude, I don't know. I don't want to know. Are you somewhere? Are you living in the states where skinwalkers are present? That's what I want to know, because skinwalkers aren't in Europe, to my understanding. So, the OP from that last sentence is from somewhere in Europe who is living stateside, or is Australian living, or New Zealand living in the US. So, I don't know, man. What do y'all think?